"Can I share this table?" asked the one-legged girl to the Hells Angels. What they did next. Rain tapped softly against the diner's fogged-up windows, blurring the world outside into streaks of neon and shadow. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of coffee, grease, and tired conversations. It was past midnight, and most people had long since gone home, but not everyone. Emily Carter stood just inside the doorway, water dripping from the hem of her worn peacoat. Her prosthetic leg clicked faintly against the tile as she shifted her weight, scanning the crowded booths for an empty seat. Every table was taken, except one. At the far corner, beneath the flickering glow of an old jukebox, sat 4 men in black leather vests stitched with the unmistakable death's head emblem of the Hells Angels. Tattoos snaked up their arms, scars mapped their faces, and silence radiated from them like a wall. Patrons avoided eye contact, waitresses walked wide around their table. Emily hesitated. She knew what people saw when they looked at her, the crutch, the limp, the missing leg, and now the audacity to approach men others feared. But she was exhausted, not just from the rain or the long walk, but from years of being stared at, whispered about, or worse, ignored. Gathering her courage, she limped forward. "Excuse me," she said, her voice quiet but steady. "Can I share this table?" The diner fell still. Forks paused mid-air, conversations died, even the coffee machine seemed to hold its breath. The largest of the men, the one with a silver beard and eyes like storm clouds, looked up slowly. For a heartbeat, no one moved. Then, without a word, he slid over. Another shifted. A third pulled out the bench opposite and nodded toward it. Emily blinked. "Thank you," she whispered, sinking onto the seat with a sigh of relief. What followed wasn't grand or dramatic. There were no speeches, no tears, no music swelling in the background. Just warmth. One of the bikers pushed a plate of pie toward her. Another poured her a cup of coffee, black, just how she liked it, though she hadn't said a word. The silver-bearded man caught her eye once and gave a small, solemn nod, not of pity, but of respect. 3 years ago, Emily lost her leg in a hit-and-run that left her alone, broke, and broken in spirit. Since then, the world had taught her to expect stares, awkward silences, or outright cruelty. But here, in this greasy spoon diner, with men society called monsters, she felt seen. Not as a victim, not as a cripple, just as a human being on a rainy night needing a place to sit. When it was time to leave, the silver-bearded man stood as she did. He didn't offer to carry her crutch or make a show of chivalry. Instead, he simply held the door open as rain poured down outside. "Safe travels, sister," he said. Back on the street, Emily turned once, just in time to see him take out a phone and dial a number, his voice low and rough with emotion. "It's me. Yeah, I've been thinking. Maybe I should come see you." That tiny moment, a door held open, a slice of pie, a phone call, ignited something in Emily she thought she'd lost forever. Hope. The next morning, Emily walked into the local rehabilitation center, not as a patient, but as a volunteer. She told her story to others learning to walk again, to trust again, to believe they still belonged in this world. And when a teenage boy with a prosthetic arm looked at her with hollow eyes, she said the same words she'd once whispered in that diner. "Can I share this table?" Because sometimes the most powerful revolutions begin not with a shout, but with a seat offered in silence. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us bring more true-to-life tales of compassion, courage, and quiet heroism to millions around the world. Don't forget to comment below. Where are you watching from? Have you ever experienced unexpected kindness from someone you judged at first glance? Because in a world that often feels divided, stories like Emily's remind us humanity wears many faces, even leather and tattoos. And sometimes all it takes to change a life is a simple question. Can I share this table?